Alright, good afternoon, Drive Radio fans. And I'm your host, John Rush. And you guys by now know who I am. My sons normally do a lot of these, and I'm on my own today. So you're on a tripod, not going to have a lot of movement until I actually get behind the camera. But this is a 2015 Volvo XC60. It's got an 8-speed transmission, automatic transmission, 302 horsepower engine, and really a really nice car. Volvo's done a good job on this car. We'll walk you around it here in just a minute, but stay with us. We'll take a test drive in it, kind of show you what's going on, but stay tuned and continue to watch this review of the 2015 XC60. Alright guys, we're back, and let me take you a walk around a little bit of the XC60, show you a little bit about it. This particular car, again, 2015 XC60, they call it a T6 Drive E. In this particular vehicle, it has a retail price of $50,725. It comes with, as you can see, it's got fancy paint on it. So this metallic pearl paint is $550 extra. It's got blind spot information, which is a $900 option. Active dual xenon headlamps and washers for the headlamps. That's another $800. I'll show you those in just a moment. You can see back here, good look to the rear. You know, nice dual exhaust coming out of the 302 horsepower engine. It's got a sport package on it, which is a $1,500 option. The platinum package alone is $4,000, and that gets you the power lift gate, rear park access camera, retractable mirrors on the outside, home link, a cargo cover, grocery bag holder, a bunch of other options. And you can check all this out, by the way, on their website. We'll put a link to it right off of the review that we do here on Drive Radio, and you can get to that review at drive-radio.com. So if you're watching on YouTube to start with, go check out our written reviews. We put lots of links and different things there. You can see that at drive-radio.com. Again, let's come around to the front. This also has the technology package, which is $1,500, gives you adaptive cruise control, the collision warning, pedestrian cyclist detection with the auto brake. I'll show you how that works as best I can when we go for our test drive in just a moment. And so I just did a kind of a full circle around. The washers, they actually pop out of these little holes right here, these little covers, I should say. They squirt the windshield when you actually use the squirters on the windshield washers themselves. You can kind of see, if I can get you a good picture of the upper part of the windshield, that's where the kind of the sonar and everything is coming out to actually do their if you would, all their safety features that they do in the technology package. The distance alert. It actually tells you if you're getting too close to a car in front of you. It'll alert you. There's a little device, little signal that comes up on the heads-up display, if you would. It's really not a heads-up display, but it alerts you as a driver. There's some red lights that come on if you get too close to something. I may be able to show you that as we drive. Just depends on how that works. But nice car. It's a good-looking car. It still has the Volvo lines, but you can see they've made it look a lot sleeker. Get you another side shot here. And I like the wheel package on this particular car. It looks real well. It's a nice looking car. Smoked out windows in the rear. But let's take a look inside. In fact, I'll just walk you through right now. We'll go to the inside of this, and then we'll go do a test drive here in just a second. But nice vehicle inside. They've done a good job. I'll tell you what, to get the light better, I think what we'll do is we'll go take a test drive real fast, come back, and then I'll show you the interior, and we'll wrap up the review. We're going to have a little rain here shortly. We're in Colorado. It's Memorial Day weekend. But anyways, hope you enjoy this review. I'll keep going through it. We'll go for a test drive, and I'll come back and show you the interior. Stay tuned. Alright fans, we're now doing the driving portion of this test, and it's Memorial Day weekend, so I'm not going to go super far. I don't want to get caught in any traffic or anything along those lines. Not that there's a lot of traffic, although here lately there's been more traffic than what you would think there is. So it's interesting. More people, I think, are staying home on holiday weekends than they are going away. But anyways, nice car. Drives really well. This car's got good pickup to it, and I'll show you here a nice view that we have in our particular town. As we come down the street here, you'll see the entire front range. I shouldn't say the entire front range, but a good view of the front range, I should say. And I'm spoiled. I get to see this view a lot. Those of us that live in Colorado, we get to see this view a lot, kind of looking out over the front range there. It's a really nice view. But, you know, getting back to the driving portion, this car works well. It's got good pickup, good speed, works well. It's a smooth car. The 8-speed transmission makes this car work and shift extremely well. And again, I'm kind of in the sport mode, so looking down here at the dash, You can see the different things that are going on, RPM, speed, those sorts of things. It's all available there. But yeah, this is a nice, smooth car. Works well, drives well, handles well. You know, I actually enjoyed this car. Is this a car I would buy? Yeah, it actually is. It's a little pricey if you think $50,000. Again, for the 50 grand, I wish I had some more finer tuned lumbar support coming out of the seat. So Volvo, if you're listening, I wish you'd add that for the price of this car. But other than that, did I like the car? Yes, it's a great car. It works well. I enjoy it. It's smooth. I think it's a quality built car. You can just tell that from when you're driving it. It just works extremely well. And again, very nice car. Works fantastic. I've enjoyed driving it. Highly recommend it. Again, Volvo's got some safety things in it that work extremely well, and I don't know if I can test that, you know, without really being in traffic or not, and don't know that I want to trying to hold the camera. But it'll tell you if you're getting too close to an object. It'll actually alert you to that and make you aware of where you're at. The adaptive cruise control keeps you within a certain distance of the car in front of you. You know, again, all in all, just a great car. Worked well, and we'll just continue on with the review here. So keep watching, and we'll go through the interior and show you all that's going on there. So stay tuned. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that test drive. We're back. Let me show you some of the interior that's on the XC60. So taking a walk around the back, you can see it's got a nice little, you know, sunshade secretive compartment, if you would. It kind of lets you store things in the back and pull that out. A couple of cool options that it have is this comes up, tie your grocery bags and things to the inside of that. Works really well. Got a place where it keeps things from moving forward and back. It's lit up, so it shows you that, you know, you've got this up. Not that you would know that it wasn't up, but underneath has a room to, spare tire of course is underneath here, but it's got more room to store, you know, I don't know, things like, you know, tools. Not that you'd need that, but you know, just different things you'd want to store, gloves, safety items, etc. That's all available back here. It's got some nice hooks in the corners where you can actually tie things down. They've done a nice job with the cargo area on this. In fact, even areas in here where you can tie some different things. You can see these little hooks. They've done a nice job. I'll hand it to Volvo. They've done well. And of course, as you all know, Volvo is one of the safest cars made. They pride themselves on that. But we'll walk around, and this one thing I do like about this car, in fact, I really like it, is the two-tone interior. It really is stylish. It makes it look really, really nice. But as I go and I sit in the back seat, and these are got plenty of leg room. You can see I've got plenty of room in between my knees. I'm 5'10", and these seats are back. They're not forward at all, but they do a nice job. Nice interior. I'm in the back seat. Flip down. It's got a little center console where you've got your cup holders and place to set your arm, and that part is nice. They've done a good job on that side of the fence. Mat pockets back here. Just all there is in the back for the backseat passengers is a 12-volt deal. There is no HVAC controls back here. I'll give you a view of the really nice sunroof. One thing I do like about this car is it has a very, very nice large sunroof. Looks great. That part I do like. You can see the vents back here in the back for the backseat passengers. So even though you can't control it, you do get some there's no individual controls as far as the HVAC goes, but you can control the vents themselves back here, which is a nice feature. So coming around to the front, I'll just come around to the passenger seat, and then we'll go around to the driver's. This passenger seat, of course, is adjustable. Move it back and forth. One thing that I noticed about this car that I didn't particularly care for is it doesn't have super comfortable seats. I shouldn't say that. It's got comfortable seats, but if you have a bad back, the lumbar support, I wish they did a better job. In fact, I wish they would do a electronically controlled lumbar support. They actually do it with these little knobs right over here, these adjustment knobs, which they work, but it's just not as comfy. I do like the way you sit down in the seat. They've got good side bolstering to it, so if you're cornering, it actually works out really well, so that part of it's nice. But again, in the passenger seat, good leg room, car's nice, nice center console here for some drinks. Back here you can put it's got your ports for your USB ins, auxiliary in. Not a lot of room here. I wish the console was a little bit wider, but again, they've done that to fit the car. And let's go around to the passenger seat, and we'll talk about that for just a second. So again, I'll just take a quick walk around. Try not to make you too dizzy here. Shut this back seat door, or this back door. And one thing about this car I do like too is, and this is a European thing. The door's just shut, really nice and solid. The button here, you can see real quick, that's actually, so if you got the key fob in your pocket, you can do all the keyless entry right out of that, which works out well. This has a 3-way adjustable seat, or memory seat, I should say. So you can adjust the seat to whatever you want. 3 different drivers. You can memorize those seat positions, so it always goes back to that. That makes it nice. And I'll start it up real quick so you can kind of see what it's like in here. So here's the. It's hard to do while I'm driving, so I'll kind of show you what this does. And one option that they give you is you can scroll through. So it shows that my door is open, so I'll shut the door. So you can also see here that I can change the themes. So if I hit that, I can go to Eco, Elegant, or I can scroll down to Performance, which just changes the entire look. I hope you can see that well. And click OK, and it'll give you your speed and all that you need to know there. Temperature outside, you can see it's 63 degrees. I believe we can even get to, let me scroll through here, we've averaged, you can see that 21 miles to the gallon. So that's kind of the average we've had. But nice car. You can see from the driver's, from the steering wheel, I should say, from the driver's seat, you know, they've done a nice job. It looks good. This car is not as feminine as they used to look. Not as, you know, they've gone after, again, a different market where they've made things look a lot more sleeker. This is pretty standard. The center stack in this car is pretty standard to what Volvo does on the majority of their vehicles. Nothing too exciting here. I will say all of this works well. It's here. I wish it was a little easier to navigate. Once you get used to it, it's fine, but this is a car that, you know, we drive a different car every week. And what I will tell you is this car takes a little bit more getting used to. One thing I'll tell you right off the bat, I was always wanting to go to the knob to turn the HVAC up and down. I was always wanting to do that to turn the radio up and down, and that's actually the knob up here. So radio knob here, radio knob there, passenger control temp, driver control temp, and then everything else in here, you can actually click the cameras. It shows you what's going on around you that way. You can do a side view, or rear view, sorry, down view in the back. So it really can kind of tell what's going on behind you if you want, which is kind of a cool feature. Other things that you can do with the buttons, you've got your lane departure warning. This is an automatic eco feature where the engine shuts off at stoplights, and then here's your adaptive cruise control, or I shouldn't say that, not adaptive cruise control. This actually will help you with your stopping distance, or it's adjustable stopping. Not saying that right. If you turn this on and off, it turns off the feature that tells you if you're getting too close to somebody in front of you. So this is the telltale where the lights up here in top. So there's this bar right here. If you're getting too close to somebody and you need to be putting on your brakes, it will alert you to that. This button here is what you push to turn that part of it on and off. There's an eco button here, which will help you with fuel economy. We used it some. I don't know how much it actually helps. You can see we're averaging 21 miles a gallon, and I drove it in the eco mode most of the time. It does hook up Bluetooth with your telephone. That's what some of these buttons are here. It'll tell you whether it's actually got a phone connected to it or not. There's other features you can do. And again, everything you press down below in the center stack runs you through the different things that are up here. So that's what all of this is for. You can do different things with it and just kind of scroll through, and that's what all this is for. And I won't get into all the details of that because all of this stuff you can actually research online, and it's all there for you. But again, they do a nice job. Nice car. Again, I love the two-tone of the interior. This is one of my favorite interiors as far as how it looks. Here's the sunroof controls are up above us here. Lighting controls, left and right map lights. Again, nice car. They've done a nice job. Volvo, of course, again, is a very safe car. They've done a really nice job on it. This car has a nice stereo system in it. It works really well. Should get some music on there is what I should do. Let's see if I can find some music here real quick, and we'll get back to the, let's go back to our sound here. If we can, surround is on. Let's see if I can get over to the radio side of the fence here, exit out of all this, and get back to the radio. Let's see if we can find a station here that actually works. If I can get to it. So I've got to click radio, and let's see if we can scroll to something that's got some music. It's got a nice sound system, is what I wanted you to hear. So nice, again, nice car. They've done a nice job on it. Hope you've enjoyed this review. And again, stay tuned. Watch us, as many of the reviews as we can. We do them weekly. We're going to put them up on YouTube on a consistent basis. So keep watching. Subscribe to our channel. Listen to us on air. We're on AM 560 KLZ, The Source, every single Saturday, 10 to 1 o'clock. We podcast all of our shows, and you can listen to us on Sunday, the last 2 hours of the show from noon to 2 if you're in the Denver market. So again, appreciate you watching. Subscribe to our channel, and we'll be back here shortly with another review. John Rush, Drive Radio.